What is up, budgeting family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mag channel where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker along with my husband who is a welder. Together we have a combined income of about $130,000, and we started our journey in October of 2023 with $305,884 worth of debt. We are on a journey to have our debt completely paid off and eliminated by December 31st, 2026, in hopes to build wealth and become work optional by the age of 50, which is in 9 years for my husband. We are documenting and sharing our journey with you guys here in the form of monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates, Transfer Tuesdays, and because I am an entrepreneur, I do try to share the income that I earned in my business at the end of every month. Today is Tuesday, September the 17th, and it is time for me to share September week 2's budget. Now, if you want this content sooner or earlier or a much more condensed version, then be sure to find me and follow me on my TikTok page. It is Shirria Mac in Debt, and it is posted in the description box below. I do share regular updates, again, the much more condensed version of our weekly budgets there. And then here on YouTube, I do much longer form content, sharing, going into detail about the actual numbers. So let's get into September week 2's budget now. What you see on the screen now is my budgeting template. If you're interested in purchasing this budgeting template, I did purchase it from Etsy, and the link is listed in the description box below. This budget started on Thursday, September the 5th, and it ran through Wednesday, September the 11th. The income for this week was planned at $1,800. That's about the norm from week to week. That was with $850 planned income for my husband. He actually earned $739.97. And then $950 from me, and I actually earned $1,104.75. We then also had $5 in extra income, which was basically what was left over in my Cash App that I cashed out, which brought our actual income for this week to $1,849.72. Our savings for this week was planned at $228. That was with $50 going into my high yield savings account, and $50 did in fact go into my high yield savings account. I do my high yield savings account with Ally, and there is a link in the description box below. If you sign up, I think you get $50, and I get $50 as well in my high yield savings account. My husband, we planned for $50 a week for him, and he actually did save $50. M1 Investments did get $10, and I did actually invest $10. Christmas 2024 got $24, and what we actually saved was $24.01, and that 1 cent was really just to take it to the next dollar. My son, we had planned to put $18 into his college fund, which is actually just a savings account at this moment, and we did put $18. My daughter Ashton, we had planned to save $25, and we actually gave her $10, and then she is now working. And then we are paying for my son's barber school, so we put $200 a month aside, and that breaks down into $50 per week, and we did put the $50 aside for him, which brought our actual savings for this week to $212.01. We go over to bills for this week, and bills were planned at $342.99, and that was with $333 to our mortgage, and that is paid in weekly installments, and we did actually pay $333. And then Apple storage, which is for storage on all of my Apple devices as well as my son. So I have an iPhone, I have a MacBook, I have a Mac, and then I have an iPad, and then my son has an iPhone. That's $99, and we did actually pay $99, which did bring our bills actually to $342.99 for the second week of September. For the second week of September in expenses, we had planned $646.15. That was with $150 in groceries, and we actually spent $147.36. $150 in gas, and we spent $116 between 3 cars. 0 for beauty maintenance, 0 for boys hair, $50 for toiletries, and we did not spend anything. $66.15 for household, and we spent $66.15. Actually, what we did, we buy our household items from Sam's Club, and we put that on the card, the Sam's Club card, at the beginning of every month, and then I break down the monthly payment over 4 weeks. And so what we actually spent for the month, although we budget $200, I think we spent like $215. And so whatever we spent, I divided that by the 4 weeks, since we did do that shopping at the beginning of the month. And so we'll be making payments of $66.15 for the next 4 weeks, or 2 weeks, because this was the second week of September. Fast food, we budgeted $50 and we spent $56.26. Date night, we budgeted $25 and we spent $0. We are still getting 0 spend money, and we budgeted $80 in miscellaneous and we spent $130.72. We also budgeted $50 for tithe, and I just forgot to tithe last week, so 0 went into that, and we did not save. We budgeted $25 for car parts, and we did not spend anything, so that brought our actual expenses to $515.49. We go over to debt, and debt payments for the second week of September were planned at $418.03. That was with $40 on the Amazon American Express. That is the minimum payment. The Amazon American Express does not have a balance, so that was snowballed. My husband's Platinum American Express was the minimum payment is $40, as well as my Platinum American Express, the minimum payment was $40, and we did not pay any. Those cards have a 0 balance, so we snowballed that payment, as well as the car payment and the Amazon Chase card, which it has a minimum payment of $48.03. We snowballed that all into my husband's Hilton American Express card, and in addition to the $418.03 that we paid on that card, we were able to apply an additional amount. So it brought our actual payments on his Hilton American Express card to $673.24, and then I made a purchase of $22.70, which was probably something that my daughter charged. So that brought our actual debt payments for the second week of September to $695.94. We go over to the budgeted versus the actual, and the income was planned at $1,800, and we actually bought in $1,849.72. Income saved was planned at $228, and we actually saved $212.01. The income spent was planned at $989.14, and we actually spent $858.48, and that is the combination of bills and expenses. And then debt paid was planned at $418.03, and we actually were able to pay $695.94. That left a remaining balance of $164.83, with the actual remaining balance of $257.29, and that also included a rollover balance of $174, which was what was in our account on Thursday morning before my husband's check got deposited. Now, the actual remaining balance ended up being like $50 for September week 3, if I can recall correctly. Yes. So, that was not accurate. We go over to the breakdown, and you see that we were able to save 12% of our income for September week 2. 19.4% of our income went towards bills. 29.2% of our income went towards expenses, and 39.4% of our income went towards debt. Now, I am on a no spend challenge, and basically for the month of September, and basically what that means is we are trying not to spend any money outside of our budgeting categories. So I feel like our expenses should be way down. As far as, we were only really over in the miscellaneous category. Oh no, we were over in the fast food category as well. So I will review those expenses. Miscellaneous fast food, I know we spent $48.74 because we had a budget of $50 one night. I think it was a Thursday night. My husband wasn't able to sleep well the night before, so I knew he would be sleepy, and we had planned on going to bed early, so we just planned for takeout, and we got that takeout for me and my husband and my 2 kids that are in the home, and that came up to $48.74. But then he ate out because I also did not cook, and he didn't have any lunch to take to work the next day. He spent $7.52 for lunch the next day. And then in miscellaneous expenses, we are moving my office from upstairs to downstairs. So we purchased paint in the amount of $30.72. And then we had to pay the mechanic for fixing one of the cars, which was $100. And I feel like that is all the miscellaneous purchases that we had. So that is it for September week 2's budget. My camera is dying, so this is going to be rushed. I really appreciate you for watching. If you or someone you know is on a debt-free journey and can be informed and or inspired by following my journey, please be sure to click the subscribe button and share this video with anyone you feel like it may be helpful to. If you would like more day-to-day routine updates about my debt-free journey, please be sure to follow me over on TikTok. The link is in the description box below. And that is it. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.